this is the new radiator, and it looks exactly or almost identical, or maybe just identical to the older radiator, because what I'll show you is here. So this is the radiator. This is the old radiator, and as you can see, the bottom is like kind of going nuts right now with this old radiator versus the new. It's pretty decent. So and it also came with two new transmission wires to hook up to the bottom of the radiator, but there is no cap on top, so I'm gonna have to reuse this cap, and also there's no adapter here, so I'm gonna remove this adapter and put it on the new radiator. And you can see this bottom connector, or the copper pipes here and here are so dirty and rusted, so good thing it came with the came. And you can also see this is the OEM parts that has the part number, which is 25310 3J100 radiator, versus this aftermarket. Of course, it's not going to have that Hyundai model number and serial number. This one actually has something like a made in China radiator. Okay, so this radiator is made in China, and it's an aftermarket part, and it looks pretty much identical to the old radiator. So looks like it's gonna be fitting quite well. There's the two protruding parts at the bottom, and I just have to remove this cover, put it back on that, and also this adapter here, put it back on that, because that new radiator doesn't have this. So I'm happy that it came with the two bottom copper wires for to connect to the transmission pipes. Because the old are just so rusted. There's no way I can reuse these copper wires. And the new ones are just came with them, so I'm pretty happy about it. Even though it says made in China, but after all, it's a lot cheaper than the original OEM, the original Hyundai parts. So there you have it. So I just removed the top cover by popping this spot over that protruding part, and 2 and 3 and 4, and then this cover came right off the old radiator. Okay, so that's how you do it. The 4, it's actually lodged in there. That protruding part is over this clip, so opening spot. And once you pry open these 4 spots, and then out of that protruding part, and this cover came out easily. Okay, so now I'm just going to install on the new radiator, and I'm going to try to install it like this. You can see there are 4 on top of this radiator. There are 4 protruding parts, so I can install this cover easily, like so. And you can see that lodge into that slot. Same thing with this one. You can hear the click. Same thing with this one, and then this one, and that's it. So that went on nicely, plus the cap I removed it from the old radiator, put it in on the new radiator. I'm just waiting for the thermostat to come, and then I'll be able to install this new radiator. Nice looking new radiator, even though it's made in China, even though it's aftermarket, and it's a lot cheaper than the original OEM parts radiator. So there you have it. So this is the original fin and the original radiator. You can see those 2 feet lodged in there very nicely. So let me see. Trying to lift it out up there. Looks like, there you go. Pretty nicely lodged in there, you know, without any difficulty. So let's move over here for the new one. Okay, so it's kind of tight. It doesn't want to go in there. Not sure why. How about this one here? This one, the same thing. Didn't want to go in there. Probably need some force to force these 2 feet to get down, to get in there, you know. But I'm not gonna do that now. I'll wait until I have this installed. So maybe one way to do that is to make these holes bigger, so that when I put it in, it will just slide right in, because it's a pain in the neck to try to squeeze it once I install this radiator. You know, there's not much space behind the fence for me to try to squeeze these in. You know, it's kind of a pain in the neck, but I think you should be able to squeeze these in. So that's there you have it. That's the new radiator with the new fans, I mean the old fans, and the new copper pipes, and the old cap. So don't throw this away. And also this old piece of plastic thing, so you can mount the radiator, because you need these fuel screws. These actually, this one screw to be screwed in, you know. So you can see my cap is still, it's still look pretty new. Come on. Okay, there we go. You can see this cap is still pretty tight, pretty new. It doesn't look to be damaged. Maybe a little bit of the worn over here, wear and tear over here. Other than that, I mean, it looks pretty good. So I'm just gonna try to reuse this cap. If this cap is broken, I'll buy another one. But for now, looks good to me. So I'll just use this cap. Oops. There we go. You gotta make sure both sides, this side and this side, both went in, and then press down, and then that's it. So there you have it. There's my fan against the new radiator, and I'm just waiting for the thermostat to come, and then I'll be able to install this new radiator and hook up all the pipes, the 2 transmission pipes, and the hose for the bottom and the hose for the top, and then a bunch of screws to mount this back into the Hyundai Veracruz, so I can be done with it. And this is the new valve at the bottom, okay, versus the old, you know. So that's the new. So let me try to find the old, and then do a comparison, or do a what do you call that? Take a picture, I guess. The old one, it's bigger. This new one is the black. Black is the new one, and the white is the old one. And you can see the diameter of this new one is a lot thinner than the white plug. You know, so I guess the hole is smaller too, you know, for the new radiator. versus the old radiator over there, because these plugs, this one is a lot, you know, thinner. So there you have it. That's the plug for the radiator. So I'm gonna try to plug it in tight so it won't leak. Okay, there you go. That's tight. And this is the old. We'll go back to here. Let's see, it looks much solid. Okay, very tight. You know, it's not gonna leak. This one, come back to here again. Yeah, that's pretty tight. It's not gonna leak. So there you have it. Okay. Let me take a picture. This is the old and new. I put them together, you know, overlapping, you know, so the old one is in the front, the new one is in the back. It's PA66 GF30 for the new, and you can see the new copper pipe. And I'm trying to inspect the leak. Apparently, I think this is where the leak is versus that one. And I don't know. It may not be. It may be. You know, from the look of it, that looks like a duct tape. This may be a duct tape too. I don't know. You know, it may be the broken. It may be where the leak is from. I mean, I just can't imagine. This is where the leak was. I hit a pothole, a pretty big pothole in the dark. I was trying to drive into an unfamiliar area, so I'm not sure if this may be the crack, you know. But anyway, the new radiator is here. I'm just gonna install the new radiator. Be done with this silly business, you know. So okay. Yeah, the copper. There you go. So the broken spot is over here. You can see. I can put my finger in there, in that gap, but there is no gap in the new ones. You know, so this is where the leak was. Okay, so the radiator. Oh yeah, here's the Hyundai radiator 25310 3J100 for the Veracruz. Okay, so that's the leak.